Hi guys, in this video I will explain what is on-demand routing and configure it on Cisco router. But first of all, I want to review the two types of traditional routings. The first one is static routing, which is kind of secure routing because it doesn't exchange update information between routers, and nobody can spoof the routing information. It's also stable, but if you have many routers and many subnets, you have to configure the route information on all the routers manually, and you will definitely make some mistakes, and that can become administrative nightmare with growth of your network and the quantity of your subnets. The other style of routing is the dynamic routing, and for that we are using dynamic routing protocols like IGPs, for example OSPF, IGRP, RIP protocols, and that uses some CPU resources. Actually, it can use very much of that resources, and also the update information can be spoofed, and your network can be badly attacked by hackers and so on. But it will save your time and solve your administrative problems with the route configuration. It will help you adopt your network automatically with subnet and route changes. The other guy we are discussing now is the ODR. ODR is somewhere between the static and dynamic routing. It uses Cisco Discovery Protocol to exchange subnet information, and actually it does send subnet information, the subnet mask, so the VLSM let's say technology can be used. You can use variable length subnet masking, but the limitations of ODR is that you can use it only on hub and spoke topologies like this one. We have the hub router, which is also called stub router, and spoke routers here. Don't pay attention to this switch. I have just added it to this topology to enable these internal fast Ethernet interfaces, so the subnet information will be sent to hub router. We know that if the interface is not up and running, the subnet information will not be added to routing table, so it will not be sent out from the serial interfaces. So the purpose of this switch is only that. Okay, let's start to configure on-demand routing, but first of all let's review the initial configuration we have here. Show IP interface brief. We have IP addresses configured on serial interfaces. For spoke 1 we have this IP here, for spoke 2 we have this IP here. I had a spoke 3 in the topology, but because I'm using GNS3 and that it's lot of my CPU resources, I've just removed the third spoke, and that doesn't make very huge sense in this topology. We can see all the things using just one router, and we have two here, so excuse me for that. Okay, we have configured show IP interface brief, configured IP addresses on our serial interfaces and internal IP addresses, and this interface is up and running because this guy is connected to the switch I've just showed you. Okay, but if we look on our routing table, show IP route, we can see that we have no information about for example, this subnet here, show IP interface brief. We have no information about this subnet, so we can't ping to 1. Okay, let's configure on-demand routing to be able to ping from the router spoke 1 to router spoke 2. To enable on-demand routing, we should enter to global configuration mode by typing configure terminal command and router ODR. This is it, and this is enough to have show IP route, to have small O routes in our routing table, but we have to wait a little bit. It uses CDP timers, and timers can be modified by using timer simple timer basic command. We can modify intervals between updates. We can modify invalid time. We can modify hold down timer, and we can modify flash timer. But default settings are okay for us now. And show IP route command shows us that we have received 2 small O routes to our routing table, and small O means ODR. Also on spoke routers, show IP route, we have default gateway installed in our routing tables, and that will help us to ping from this router from spoke 1 to this guy here. So guys, this is it. Leave your feedback in comment, write me messages and ask your questions, share your opinion with me about these videos, so it will give me idea to make other videos, to choose topics for this kind of stuff. Thank you, have a nice day.